PB, we're on. Can you hear us? We're on. That works, right? Let's see your faces.
You recording already? All right, you just started recording.
All right. PB&Z Sports Chaos, because we have our 2022 NFL predictions. And look, we got G Money here with us tonight.
Thanks for having me again.
We are unfortunately we don't have a background because the Cowboy Girls insisted on being in the show tonight. And so we're here at the Kyoto. The Cowboy Girls are behind us virtually. And we're going to hit this thing. So, PB, before we get into 2022 predictions, you want to give us a quick recap of what we did last year on this?
For our NFL predictions last year, I don't think we did so good because I don't think either of us had the Rams winning the Super Bowl. But I don't have the breakdown of our playoff teams that we had. Are you able to hear me okay?
Better now.
Yeah, better now. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't have the breakdown of our playoff predictions and how many you hit and how many I hit for last year. So
okay.
Can't give you that right now.
All right, well, let's just jump right into this thing. We're going to start out with the AFC East. A lot of people feel the proverbial Super Bowl favorites coming out of the AFC East. And know what? It's not the Patriots, right?
Right. Yeah, it's not the Patriots. I don't think the Patriots are going to make the playoffs this year, but
all right, well, give us your prediction, PB. What do you think?
I mean, I think it's a no-brainer. I think Buffalo wins that division without even having to try.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, G Money.
I agree. Buffalo's going to go like 14-3. I think the Pats will be 9-8. Miami will be 9-8. Going to be a lot of mediocrity in that division. Jets are going to be horrible again, just because I don't think they had enough talent. So definitely the Bills is the only playoff team I see coming from that division.
If you think the Pats are 9-8, you're doing drugs. I don't even see them getting maybe not even 5-12.
Yeah, I don't see them winning that going over 500 this year either.
No.
Are we predicting just the division? Are we just predicting the winners of each division at this time, or are we going through the whole division?
Yeah, let's go. We're going to go through all divisions, your wild cards, and then tell us who goes through the wild card round.
Okay. But I mean, as we do each division, we're just picking the
just the winners. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Give me the AFC North. What do you think, PB?
For the AFC North, this is an interesting one. I have the final game of the year when the Baltimore Ravens play at Cincinnati is going to be just like the Raiders-Chargers game of last year, meaning the winner is going to win the division. Well, obviously in the West, that's not what they didn't win the division, but they were in the playoffs. But the winner will win that division, and the loser won't even make the playoffs.
Won't even make the playoffs.
Won't even make the playoffs because I got them at both teams finishing at 10-7. But the tiebreaker would go to the team that wins that game. And I have the Cincinnati Bengals beating the Ravens at home, final game of the year, to win the division and get into the playoffs as the 4 seed.
Oh, nice. So you're 0-2. All right, what do you got, Pete?
Yeah, I have.
How am I 0-2? You don't think Buffalo's going? How am I 0-2?
No. Because you said the loser won't even make the playoffs.
Okay. Oh, all right.
I think Baltimore wins the division. I think they win it by a game over Cincy. So they're like 12-5, and Cincy's 11-7, in my opinion, or 11-6, whatever it would be. So I think Baltimore wins the division.
I'm with him. I got the Ravens as well.
Yes, please.
Ravens winning the North. All right. Let's go to the South. This could be competitive, but I don't think so. PB, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't have the Titans repeating for sure. Titans, not only did they win that division last year, but they were the number 1 overall seed, had the first round bye, and still were one and done, as I predicted. But I'll tell you, I think Indy's got enough weapons this year, and with the addition of Matt Ryan, they should be able to take that division. I don't think they're going to have this crazy good record. They'll probably be sitting right around 10-7, maybe 11-6, but it'll be enough to win the division.
All All right, what do you say?
I think Indy runs away with the division. I think it's 11-6, and no one else is 8-9. So I mean, they're going to win it by 2 or 3 games, in my opinion. But they're going to have a comfortable win.
I like Indy as well. Matty Ryan, Matty Ice is going to be a big year, comeback player of the year for sure. All right, here's where it gets interesting. PB, AFC West.
Yeah, the AFC West. You know, and until they show me otherwise, I'm sticking with the Chiefs. I know there's some good talent in there, especially at quarterback. Chargers got to try and do their thing with Herbert this year and all the additions they made. I think they'll compete at some level. I think the Raiders' schedule is too tough this year to really hang in there. And then, of course, you have the Broncos with the addition of Russell Wilson, who I think can also be competitive. So we're probably going to see a few of the wild cards come out of this division, but I still think it's the Chiefs' division to lose. So I'm going to take Kansas City Chiefs.
Need money.
I think this is the best division in the history of football. I think there's never been a division this loaded, in my opinion. I mean, I'm obviously I don't refer to the history books here, but just my opinion. I think it's the best division ever, and I think the Chargers win it, but I think it's going to be close. But I think the Chargers are the best team in the division. They made a lot of enhancements both on offense and defense this year. I think they're going to be a solid team.
You know what? I'm leaning with you, PB. I think the Chiefs are really going to be driven, and Mahomes more than ever say, "Hey, everybody thought I'm going to have a bad year with Tyreek." I think they win it. I'm with you on that one.
All right.
All right.
So wild cards next.
Yeah. What do you have for wild cards? Give us your 3.
Yeah. So just as I said, this division's so tough that I think you're going to see 2 wild cards come out of this division. And one of them will not be the Las Vegas Raiders. So they won't get back in. They're one of the teams I got not making it this year. They made it last year just because of their schedule. Their schedule is so tough. But the other 2 teams I think can get in there. The Chargers, to G Money's point, I think they'll compete. They'll be right there within a game or so with the Chiefs throughout the year. And Denver should be right there too on their tail as well. So I have both Denver and the Chargers representing that AFC West as 2 of the 3 wild cards. And then you have these bunch of other teams, right? You could even say, hey, maybe the Raiders could be all 4 teams, but I'm not going that route. Maybe Tennessee tries to hang in there. I don't think they're going to. The Ravens, I don't have them in it either. Some people are still thinking the Steelers can get back into the playoffs like they lost. I don't think that's happening. So where does that leave me with? I'm up in the East now, and I got the Pats but no, we just said I don't think the Pats are going to go 500 this year. I think it's going to be Miami Dolphins is going to represent that 3rd wild card for the AFC.
So, Money, save us the BS. Give us 3 teams that make the wild cards.
I have the Bengals, Denver, and KC. I think just like PV, I think 3 from the AFC West, but I think that Bengals and Baltimore get in. I don't think there's any other AFC East team.
I got Chargers 5, Bengals 6, Broncos 7 seed. That's how I have it. By the way, I got the Ravens as the 3rd seed. I actually have Indy as the 2nd seed in the playoffs, which means they play the Bengals, right?
2 plays 5. Right?
No, 2 plays 7. 2 plays 7.
2 plays 7. I'm sorry. Yeah. So, all right. You want to give us your playoff scenarios, PB?
For staying in the AFC, I got a Buffalo KC AFC championship, and I got the Bills winning and going to the Super Bowl. Making up for last year's coin toss loss.
Yeah, I have the Chargers beating KC in the wild card round. I have Baltimore beating Denver beating Baltimore. I have Indy beating Bengals, and then I have ultimately Buffalo versus the Chargers in the AFC Championship, and I have the Chargers winning and going to Super Bowl.
Wow,
that's great.
Chargers this year.
Hey Z, before you go, can you shut off your background because your faces keep disappearing and then reappearing when you move? I don't know if you can shut your background off or don't move from the spot you're in right now.
Yeah, I can't find the background right now. Hey, so
all right.
I've got who do I got? Jeez, I almost forgot. Oh, I got the Bills playing the Colts with the Bills coming out of it.
All right, so I got the Bills and Chiefs Bills coming out of it. So
we all have the Bills going to the championship, but you guys have the same team coming out of it, and I have Chargers.
Yep.
That's correct.
Okay. All right. Okay. So let's move over to the NFC.
All right, let's start with the North. What do you think, PB?
We're starting in the North.
Hang on, no, hang on. East, I'm sorry. East. NFC East. NFC East.
NFC East. So I got the Cowboys and Eagles tied at 10-7 atop that division, but I think based on tiebreakers, I'm going to go with the Eagles. I'm also going with history that no team has repeated as division champion in the NFC East in I don't know how many years. It's been a while.
Yeah, no, they don't repeat.
Yeah, they don't
the
repeat.
Eagles in 04.
So, okay, so there you go. So I'm going to go with the Eagles this year, although I think they'll finish with the same record as the Cowboys. We're not tiebreaker.
All right. What do you think?
I think the Eagles run away with the division. I think they're at 13-4, and the next closest team is like 10-7.
Wow.
They're the most improved team in the NFL this year. They made a lot of moves. I think it's going to be a great team. Best offensive line and best defensive line in football right now.
I think you're smoking crack when you said the Chargers win the Super Bowl. Now you're really smoking crack. Cowboys win that division. I stick with it.
With all the offensive line issues?
I'm all right with it. They'll figure a way. They'll figure a way. All right, let's go to the North. PB.
Yeah, so for this one, I had Green Bay. I think Minnesota is going to have a decent year. But Green Bay, even though they lost Davante Adams, and even though Aaron Rodgers is already complaining about his rookie receivers, I think they got two stud backs with Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon. Their defense is middle of the road or better, enough to stay with teams, and with their offense, I think they'll win some games. So I don't have them having a ridiculous record like they usually do, but they'll be sitting at about 11-6, and they'll win that division.
Okay. Gee.
Yeah, I think that division is going to be extremely competitive this year, with Detroit being better than advertised, Minnesota being better. So I see them winning the division, but like 10-7, maybe 11-6. So they're not going to do as good as last year, 13-3, but the Packers will win the division.
I would like to say the Packers. I mean, the Vikings are going to be better than that, but I see the Packers running away with it myself. Right, by the way, if Aaron Rodgers is really a true great quarterback, it doesn't matter who he has for receivers. Look at Brady. How many years has Brady had horrible receivers, and he got their Pats to the playoffs and sometimes the Super Bowl with lackluster receivers, right?
True.
So Rodgers, this is the year he's going to prove himself. Don't you agree, PB?
Absolutely, 100%.
I mean, let's get down to the South. Speaking of Brady.
Yeah, and it's the wrong way with Tampa Bay. I mean, a lot of people have the Saints being sneaky teams. I know Carolina's improved, defense has improved, CMC's healthy, apparently. We'll see how those teams do. I don't think they can hang with Tampa Bay, though. So I got to go with and a lot of people, too, have the Saints, like, even potentially making a wild card. I don't even have the Saints over 500. I had them at 8-9 this year. So Tampa Bay just takes that division. They don't even have to go 10-7 to probably even win the division, but they'll do much better than that. They got 13, 14 wins in them. So we're going Tampa Brady with that one.
I see Tampa winning as well. I think this is Brady's swan song, and he's going to go out on a high note. So they're going to be dominant. They're going to be the number one seed.
Yeah, it's a sweep. I got Brady as well in the Buccaneers. Definitely, for sure.
Yep.
All right, let's go out west, which has been the better division the last couple of years, but now with Russ gone, I'm not so sure anymore, right?
It's not as good as it was last year. That's
no. All right, what do you think, PB?
Yeah, Seattle's obviously the worst team in that division. I think the Cardinals will regress a little bit as well. And then that leaves you with the Rams, the defending Super Bowl champions, and San Francisco. And I know Lance is relatively, young. He's new basically to the NFL. We know he didn't have a lot of college experience, but that team is so talented all around. They have defensive weapons. They have offensive weapons. I think and they got Kyle Shanahan as a coach. So I think they'll manage him into that setup. And then guess what? If it doesn't work out, they got Jimmy G to come in and save the day. So I think at the end of the day, the San Francisco 49ers are the team to beat in that division. I think they win the division, and I think they're the team to beat in the conference as well, outside of Tampa Bay. So 49ers for me.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think 49ers win the division. They eke out, maybe a win or two more than the Rams, and they take the division.
So I'm not sold on Trey Lance at all, and I know Jimmy's on the bench ready to come in. I think by the time they pull Trey Lance, the Rams take the lead in the division, hold on, even though they have a very, very tough schedule starting tomorrow night against the Bills, right? I'm taking the Rams to win that division.
You are?
I am.
Okay.
I am.
All right.
All right, PB, give us your wild cards. This ought to be interesting.
Yeah, so my wild cards actually it's kind of makes sense, but the Rams got to be one of them. I don't think they're going to fall off that much, so the Rams get in a game or two behind San Francisco in that division. The aforementioned Minnesota Vikings, I think they'll somewhat hang in there with Green Bay. I think they can go 10-7 and get a spot with a 10-7 record. And then my third team would be the Cowboys, because I said that earlier the Cowboys and Eagles would tie atop that division at 10-7, but the Eagles will win the tiebreaker. So the Cowboys would get in as that other seeded team. So I got the Rams, the Cowboys, and the Vikings as 3 wild cards.
All right, what do you think?
I agree with PB. I got the Rams. And then I got one that no one's picking. So if it pays out, I'm going to be one of the few people. I got the Detroit Lions as a 6 seed. I think they're going to have a great year. They're loaded up on their offense is great. They're the best offensive line in football. The defense will be better. And then I have my 7th seed as the Saints, New Orleans Saints.
Interesting. I got 2 words for you about the Lions, though. Jared Goff.
He brought Rams to the Super Bowl. Let's be honest. I mean, he's shown he can win, and he sucks, but he can.
Maybe he likes Jared Goff just a little better than Carson Wentz.
Exactly. I do. I actually do like him a little bit more than Carson Wentz.
And I will say I was going back and forth between the Saints and Minnesota. I was strongly considering Minnesota there, but I went with the Saints. I mean, I think they'll be in the running for 7th and 8th. But
so I like to think it. I got the 49ers. Obviously, they're too talented not to be the 5th seed in that NFC, right? I do have the Eagles somehow or other hanging on and getting in there again 2 years in a row. And I'm with G Money. The Saints, believe it or not, and the wild card is Jameis. But on offense, they're much more talented than Minnesota. When you look at the studs they have at wide receiver, and then plus they got Alvin Kamara.
And their defense is stacked.
And they got a decent tight end as well. And the defense is very stacked.
Top 5 defense.
We mentioned this during our divisional show. By the way, I was right. Brady has not beaten New Orleans in the regular season since he's been in Tampa Bay.
Only one time in the playoffs.
So, all right. Who do you like coming out of the NFC, PB?
So I'm ending up with a San Francisco Tampa NFC Championship game, and I think that's when we see Tampa Tom. He's either going to be up against a rookie, which we know how he does against rookie quarterbacks, or he's going to be up against, well, actually, I guess technically Trey Lance isn't a rookie, but you know what I mean. Or he's going to be up against Jimmy G, who used to be his protege, right? So there you go. He's going to be out for blood. It's the swan song, like you said. So I got Tampa Bay over San Francisco for a Tampa-Buffalo Super Bowl.
G-Money, your thoughts?
I have San Fran. I'm sorry, I don't have San Fran. I apologize. I have San Fran winning the first wild card game, but ultimately I have Bucks versus the Eagles, and I have the Bucks going to the Super Bowl to play the Chargers.
Wow.
I think the Eagles will be really good this year.
By the way, I have a rematch in the first round. I have the Cowboys once again losing to the 49ers in the first round. Wild card round, right? I've got Rams versus Bucks. Rematch again. This time, Tom Brady pulls it out, and they win it. The only way I see the 49ers in that role, though, PB, to your point, is if Jimmy G comes in by week 4.
Okay. But if he doesn't...
He plays the 49ers by week 4.
Okay. But if he doesn't come in by week 4, that might mean because...
Then the Rams and 49ers flip at that point in time.
Okay.
All right, so we all agree that the Bucks are going to the Super Bowl. You both agree that it's the Bills, and I have the Chargers. Now, who do we have for winners?
I'm going to lean towards the Bills.
Really? To break the curse, huh?
Yes.
Brady has a knack for winning it every other year. I'm gonna go Brady and the Bucks all the way.
This is his year. That's right. Based
Honestly,
on his
I love
averages.
I love the Chargers, and they're gonna, when Brady retires, they might be my new adopted team because I like Herbert a lot. I love how he plays. He's a gunslinger. But ultimately, the Bucks are gonna win the Super Bowl. So I think we're on this. Oh no, we're on the same page, and you like the Bills.
I'm going to go with the Bills. I think they break the curse. Hey,
All
by
right.
the way, so MVP, what do you think?
Oh, wait. Before we go to MVP, you're 5 in, 5 out.
Oh yeah.
I don't have 5 in, 5 out. I have
Oh,
4.
well, just let me give you mine because I'll tell you, since 30 something years, every single year, 5 teams make playoffs that didn't make the playoffs in the previous year. With the exception of 2 years, it was 4. But it's been at least 5. In some cases, it's 6 or 7. And even a couple of years, it was 8. So I got my 5 teams based on those predictions I just made. That means who's out? The Patriots, the Steelers, the Titans, the Raiders, and the Cardinals would be out. And then coming in those spots would be the Dolphins, the Chargers, the Colts, the Broncos, and the Vikings. So that's my 5 in, 5 out for this
I
year.
have 6 and 6.
Oh, you do?
I have Ravens in, I have Indy in, I have Denver in, I have the Chargers in, I have Detroit in, and I have
The Saints, right?
the Saints in, and then I have the Titans out, I have the Pats out, Raiders out, Steelers out. We're on the same page there. I have Dallas out, and then I have Arizona out.
Okay, which I had out as well.
Right?
Okay, pretty close.
Yeah, pretty close, except Dallas.
Yeah.
I just got 4. I got Ravens, Broncos, Chargers, and Saints as the new teams in this year.
Okay.
That I have.
All right.
What's the 4 you have out?
Pats, Steelers, Titans, and Cardinals.
Yeah.
All right, so we're on the same page of 4 and a 6 or 4 and a 5 situation.
And by the way, I have another curse that's getting broken. Dallas repeats versus 2004, the NFC East. There you go.
You do have them win the division again.
Yes, I do. So 2 curses broken this year. All right, PB, MVP.
MVP, my runaway for that is Josh Allen. I think that's the obvious pick. He's the highest, on the Vegas board as well. But if I had to go for a long shot, Broncos country. Let's ride. Russell Wilson.
What was that last one?
Russell Wilson.
Oh, Wilson.
As your wild card? As your long shot?
As my long shot for MVP.
That's actually what I have too.
Oh.
Also, I have a Herbert winning it.
Okay. We're not too dissimilar. I have Herbert winning it. I think he's going to have a ridiculous year. Close to 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns. He's going to be amazing this year, in my opinion. And then I have a long shot that neither of you will agree with, but I think he's going to have a great year. Trey Lance. I have a feeling he's going to be great.
Wow. That's a good one.
Shot in the dark. I don't have enough evidence.
I don't have enough evidence.
This guy's played 2 competitive football games in almost 4 years.
Call it a hunch. I just think he's better. He's going to be as good as advertised.
He comes from Carson Wentz's college. Enough said, right, PB?
Right.
All right. Who do you like as the rookie of the year?
Well, wouldn't there be an offense and a defense?
Yeah, offense. We'll do offense first.
Yeah,
so for offense, I really like this guy. He's going off at 8-1 right now. I think he's the second or third most favorite. I do get concerned about his quarterback situation, but here's the interesting thing about Drake London is that he is the wide receiver 1 as a rookie and was picked 8th overall in the draft. This guy has potential to be a stud in the NFL. And I think he's going to have a good year despite Mariota throwing him the ball just because his target share is going to be so high. He's going to get a lot of catches. He's going to get a lot of yards, and he's going to end up with, a lot of the touchdowns that Atlanta scores as well. So I have Drake London as my favorite. My long shot is Dameon Pierce. He's 20-1 right now in Vegas, but he had a hell of a spring. He also won the running back 1 job in Houston. I know that Houston's going to be in a lot of situations where they have to pass the ball because they're going to be losing a lot of games, but that guy's a beast, and I like him as my long shot.
All right. Who do you got, G-Money?
I have my MVP. I have Pierce. He's my favorite, in my opinion. I think it's been a while since a running back has won Offensive Player of the Year. I think maybe J.K. Dobbins did, correct me if I'm wrong, in 2019. But it's been a while. I know he was in the
Rookie of the year?
Yeah, I think he did. But it's rare. I mean, it doesn't happen often where a running back wins Rookie of the Year. But I think Dameon Pierce, and my long shot is Romeo Dubes from Green Bay.
Oh, wow.
He looked good in preseason.
Wow, speaking of Dubes, you must have smoked one on the way over here. That's way out there.
Hey, he said long shot.
Wow. I don't have a long shot. I just got Chris Olave. I think he wins the offensive rookie of the year.
Okay. He's going to be in a quarterback situation for sure, but he's not the wide receiver one, so we'll see.
I think he makes targets better than he really is.
Yeah. Yeah. I just, the only concern I have with him is if Michael Thomas does come back the way he's supposed to, and then Jarvis Landry is going to really suck up his target share, so it might be hard for him to get enough catches to really get into that MVP type status. But
all right, what do you got for a defensive player, rookie?
So defensive rookie, I have as my favorite. This is an interesting pick. I didn't go with some of the staples that are out there, like the edge rushes like Hutchinson and Thibodeau and Walker. And the reason why is because they're on Detroit, the New York Giants, and the Jacksonville Jaguars, respectively. And they're just not going to be in situations because teams aren't going to be dropping back and passing a lot against those teams. They're going to be up. They're going to be running the ball a lot. They're not going to get a chance to showcase their skill sets as much. Even if Sauce Gardner came to mind. But again, a lot of teams aren't going to be throwing against the Jets once they get up big. So I went a little bit off the board. Got a little bit of a surprise here for you. I'm going with the same position as last year, the same division as last year, and that would be linebacker out of University of Georgia that's on the Philadelphia Eagles, Nakobe Dean is my pick for defensive rookie of the year.
Eagles, you said?
What's that?
Nakobe
Dean.
Oh, okay, the Eagles.
Nakobe
Okay.
Dean.
That's
linebacker for the Eagles. My long shot is, and again, for the same reasons, I think opportunity is going to be there. Edge rusher on Kansas City. Kansas City gets into a lot of shootouts. They get into a lot of situations where teams are trying to pass against them. The offensive line, they wear them down. They get tired. So this defensive edge rusher out of Purdue, George Karlaftis. He is my long shot for rookie of the year.
That's a good one. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, out of Purdue.
Those are my two.
All right, what do you got, Jake?
Yeah, my main one, the one that I think wins it, is Sauce Gardner. I think he's an all-world talent. I think he's going to prove himself this year. And I actually have for a long shot, same one as PV. That guy George, I can't pronounce his last name, so I'm glad you did it for me. I think he's gonna be a long shot. I think he's gonna be pivotal to KC's success. They don't have a lot of weapons on that side of the ball, so I think he's gonna have a big year, kind of like your guy Parsons did last year.
I like Aiden Hutchinson. He's got a chip on his shoulder because he didn't go number one. A lot of people had him going number one. He's playing in his hometown, and he's wide for sound, as I heard on they played the preseason game when they had him wide up. That dude is
intense.
He's wide. That's what I said. I don't have a long shot on that one, but all right. All right. Nice show. Good job.
Who do we think wins the first game tomorrow?
Oh yeah. That's right, because we'll probably do something later this weekend for the games this week. But I'm gonna go with the Bills tomorrow night. Bills by 4.
I'm going to go with the defending champion team winning at home, the Rams. The Bills aren't going to lose a lot, but this will be one of them, in my opinion.
So I would tend to take that, but historically, the home team Super Bowl winner usually does not fare well in that debut game because of all of what's going on, the rings given away and all this stuff. So I got Bills as well. I'm with you.
Sounds good. All right, we'll come at you this weekend. We got to come at you with our week 1 special, right? With our pick 6 and all of our
yeah, we'll do that. Games. Yeah, we'll do that this weekend.
All right, sounds good.
All right, man. Take care.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.